Hey guys, we're back with Turnabout Substitution, and we just finished talking to, many people. Like, we're in the Chief Justice office and blackmail, and then we're talking to the judge and Meekins. So now we're at, Ria's home, I guess? I don't know. Let's talk to her now and see what she has to say. Ria Witz, funeral director. So, you're being a funeral director now? Is it vocation or just a job? I'm curious. A vocation? Not really. I studied law at the university. If you think about it, I could have been one of Mr. Wright's partners. But then a career opportunity presented itself. I'll be honest with you, Apollo. My dad pulled some strings to give me the position. Still, I'm a woman in a man's job. I have to work twice as hard to prove myself. You think by now I'd be used to seeing dead bodies, but when it's someone close to you, you're like a virgin touched for the very first time. Awkward. Now it's got me thinking: is your brother's life worth more than their brother's life? Yeah, I know. Way to ruin the mood, huh? Want some chocolate? Oh yes, please, Ria. If you say so. Chocolate. I guess I gotta present some stuff, so let's see what she has to say about this. Ria, what do you think about this piece of evidence? Paulo, you don't have to really want to know. You really don't want to know what I think of it. What you're really interested in is my reaction. Who the heck does she think she is? If you want some juicy details about my personal life, ask for it plainly. Just in case you were wondering, I hate Canadian accents. And my chewing habits are downright fascinating. Someone please stop her. Okay, that's not it, obviously. Let's see. Maybe this? No, okay, that's not it either. Let's see if I have to find anything else. Okay, I don't think I have to present anything. I think I have to... Sorry, guys. I think I have to go examine first. So, let's see what I can examine. Nope. I can't examine anything in this room? What? Okay. Let me try to present one more thing then. Present the blood, maybe? Nope. Oh yeah, maybe we can ask about the... No, okay, no. That's not it either. I don't think this has to do anything with it either. Maybe? Okay, sorry guys. Okay, definitely not. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to move somewhere else. Cause it seems like I'm trying to like... Oh, I can't find something. Okay. The man you're holding your hand with in this picture, he's... Nathan, my older brother. You know, the one who was brutally murdered? I probably shouldn't have brought this up. It's okay, Apollo. I can handle the truth. Do you think you can tell me more about him? Okay, found that. Nathan Witz. Nathan was 25 when he was taken from my family, from me and my family. He had everything going for him. He was young, smart, and handsome. He was a skilled computer engineer. A bit of a loner, but he needed affection. He deserved affection. It was Tuesday when I went to visit him as usual. I rang, but no one responded. The door was left open, so I decided to wait for him inside. As soon as I saw Charles Darwin's on that music sheet, I knew I would never see him again. Nathan hated having his picture taken, you know. I couldn't find any picture of both of us together, so I had to invent one. Still, a false memory is better than no memory at all. Wouldn't you agree? Wow, she's good. I could have sworn it was a real photograph. Photograph from Visica as the court record. Ring! Excuse me. Paulo! Is everything alright? Oh my gosh, it's Phoenix! They say your flight landed 3 hours ago, but we couldn't find you anywhere in this airport. Whoops, I thought I completely forgotten about them. Well, I couldn't catch... What? Okay, basically Apollo said, I couldn't catch my plane. What? Wait, I can explain. I told Mr. Wright everything about our case. I see. Well, judging from the facts of the case, the answer should be fairly obvious by now. The identity of the true criminal is... Oh my gosh, is he rickrolling us? John. The killer's name is John. Huh? Or is it? Oh boy. Anyway, it's lunchtime. Apparently there's a restaurant in the town that makes good Virginian sugar, so we're off. It's not a dish. You know who to call when if you're in trouble. I wouldn't quite put it that way. Oh, okay, so now we finally get our phone added to the court record. It sounds like a perfect time to resume our investigation, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, so... I guess it's time to move somewhere else now. I guess we can... Wait, did we do everything in Ria's place? Okay. Making sure I checked... Okay, I can check that. I didn't know you were good with computers. Oh, I didn't know you were good with computers. Really, Apollo? That's like saying I didn't know you were good at shoelacing. What's the big deal with shoelacing? So, what do you like to do on your computer? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Chatting on the internet, creating scuba diving simulators, hacking into the Pentagon servers. Oh my gosh. That sort of thing. Liar! There's no way she knows how to chat on the internet. Okay, I guess that's... I really think that's it now. Unless... I guess that's it. Okay, so... let's move back to... Okay. We haven't talked to Emma yet. We're supposed to talk to Emma, I think, so... Okay, maybe not. Let's talk to the judge then. Judge. Detention center. Okay, it's not there either. Wait, so if we have to resume our investigation, we have to go to the Chief Justice's office. Ah, Mr. Justice. I'm terribly sorry to have kept you waiting. Please accept my most humble apologies. Mr. Chief Justice, it's an honor to be here, sir. Thank you, and who I might ask the Protubinous Princess partaking in your probe? Ah, Mayor Witz, very nice to meet you, sir. I summoned you today to urge you not to defend Mr. Chambers in court tomorrow. This is one case you're not going to win, Mr. Justice. I have been in politics long enough to know that reputation means everything. I don't care about my reputation. I know that Chambers is innocent. I thought you might say something like that. Very well. For the better or the worse, I have some information for you regarding the case. Let's talk to him. The Chambers case has been handed to a novice judge. Don't let his appearances deceive you. He's a brilliant one. One might be tempted to call him a genius. Driven by his libido he shall ascertain that his juries fully grasp the facts of the case. Before sending a man to prison, he rather reminds me of your client, as a matter of fact. Judge Chambers, a genius? I see the doubt in your eyes, Mr. Justice, but what I speak is the truth. Otherwise sagacious, yet impetuous, nowadays wise, yet forgetful. Mr. Chambers would hardly recognize his former self in the mirror. All is in flux, nothing stays still. Hertilitus once said. Oh my gosh, there's so many Greek names and stuff. Ugh. But you will not save him from the decay, Mr. Justice, nor will you save him from conviction. As I've already said, this is one case you're not going to win. Thank you so much, Chief Justice, for your negativity. It's really helping me right now. Prosecutor. Your opponent in tomorrow's trial is Jessica Poole, prosecuting legend. At 67, she has the universal wisdom of a bicentennial oak and the passionate heart of an erupting volcano. Although she lived abroad for many years, she has been considered the best attorney. of a generation. One single fast pass would not cost you only not cost you a good verdict, will also tarnish your name for years to come. However talented as you might be, you don't stand a chance against her. Humility is the foundation of all the other virtues, St. Augustine once said, which is why I strongly advise you not to take this case. You have nothing to win, you have everything to lose. You sure won this, Apollo? Whatever, I'm still going for it. I know the judge is innocent after all. Tomorrow's trial is going to be sink or swim. Well, I believe this is about all the information we're going to gather for today. Yeah, there are a lot of gray areas, but at least we made some progress in our investigation. To be honest, today has been a kind of a crazy day. Tomorrow's our only chance to show them what I'm really made of. Anyways. Okay. December 27, 9:24 a.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1. No, number 4. Ah. Are you ready, Apollo? I think so. This could very well be the defining case of your career. Maybe. That's right. If you mess this one up, your career is all over. I really don't want to think about that. And an innocent old man will go to jail. Rhea, you're kind of overdoing this. And the real evil, wicked murderer will go free. That's enough. But I was just trying to prep you. It's okay. Even you were doing a horrible job. Even if you were doing a horrible job. Oh, our client's coming. Judge. What's wrong? Do you two know who the prosecutor is? Mr. String said it was Jessica Poole, but that was the first time I had heard of her. I remember her from the Erlenmeyer trial, but I don't know anything about her. What is it? Do you know about her? Of course. We're former lovers. Ah, sorry. Huh? What happened between the two of you? We met in law school. How a dork like me managed to start dating the queen of the school, I don't know, but I managed it. But after we got out of law school, she became a district attorney, and something horrible happened. What is it? She had left me and became a power dater. What? I thought it would be something a bit worse. Come on, Apollo. Not only did he lose her, and he didn't even have the comfort of knowing she would be with someone she loved and truly cared about her. So she was engaged in all series of short and superficial relationships. Well, when you put it that way, it does sound pretty bad. Exactly. Anyway, then what happened? She took on powerful, corrupted business leaders and politicians like they were purse snatchers. She got a lot of death threats and didn't seem to bother. But one day she just collapsed from the pressure. We got back together. I helped her recover from her depression. But that's just when I was about to propose to her, she left the country. What? Why? I later found out she had received another death threat. Where'd she go? To Charlotte Emile. She tried to live a quiet, peaceful life. She married a young Crollo and had a beautiful son. She sent me postcards every month, told me what was going on. She had become a completely different person. If she had this wonderful life in the Virgin Islands, why did she come back? Her enemies found her. The mob killed her husband and son in front of her eyes. She immediately returned to her career as a prosecutor with a passion. She would convict a dozen of criminals a year and would not let herself succumb to threats again. When Arthur was murdered, she prosecuted Erlenmeyer for my sake. Mr. Justice, she is one strong, independent woman. She prosecutes with her heart and won't give up into the bitter end. If you want to win, you're going to have to win her respect. Wait, if you have a long history with her, why is she trying to put you in jail? I spoke with her yesterday. She's convinced I'm guilty, that's why she's prosecuting. She sounds tough. But at least she knows. At least she's still as much as a rookie as I am with the jury system. Technically, wouldn't you have more experience? Yes, but you must now also take into account the bias of the jury. They might prefer a woman to a man, especially one so manipulative. Why would you like someone who's manipulative? That doesn't seem like a very nice trait. They manipulate you into liking them. That makes sense. Besides, the jury system is not so different that all her years of prosecuting count for nothing. The trial is about to begin. We better go in. We don't want to upset the judge. Yeah. Wait a second. If you're not going to be the judge, who is? Strings. The Chief Justice? No, his son. Gerald Strings. Is he? Come on, Apollo. We don't have time for silly questions. We'll find out when you get in, so let's just go in. December 27th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Smack. Court is in now session for the trials of Judge Chambers. Are the defense and prosecution ready? There's no one here. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, but why are you invisible? Perhaps we are visible, but you only perceive us as invisible. There's nothing wrong with the judge's eyesight. You would only perceive us as invisible if we actually are. Then, what's your explanation for this? No, I don't think this is that important. Quiet, you. This is a personal matter now. Perhaps there's a black hole over it. Hey, don't you know anything about the astrophysics you see? District 20, December 28th, 10:09 a.m. District Court number 4, courtroom number 4. You could at least warn us he'd be late. Maybe the judges realize that the judge is obviously guilty and decide not to show up. Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I initially walked into the wrong room. And how do you know this is the right one? This is courtroom number 4, right? Is it? What an idiot. Yes, it is. Are you sure that the sign you read corresponded with to this courtroom? Oh my gosh, really? Yes, I am. And are you sure this is the right time? Of course, I have a watch, you know. Is your watch working? Yeah, I got it. I think this is the right courtroom, Your Honor. She's just messing with you. What? Is this true? You were here when it happened, isn't it? Penalties for the both of you. I haven't done anything. Fine, no penalties. But what about her? I gotta win this trial. I wouldn't be able to stand this guy presiding over all my future cases. Now then, will the prosecution give its opening statement? How do you know I'm ready? You already said you were. Oh, really? Yes, and then you and the defense started to argue why you were invisible, but never mind. Are you ready? Yes, and now I'll give my opening statement. Wait, what about me? What about you, Lady Justice? Why is she speaking to Rhea? She's speaking to you, Apollo. What? The defense is obviously not ready. Of course, you're not ready to... Whether he's ready or not has no correlation to the outcome of this trial. I concur. Huh? The opening statement, please. 4 months ago, Robert Erlenmeyer was convicted as a serial killer behind the mysterious bus killings. Although some might view it as a righteous deed, I certainly do not. The killer of a murderer is a murderer himself, no better, perhaps even worse than his victim. And I shall prove by proving motive, opportunity, and decisive evidence that Judge Chambers is this murderer. Wow, she's really formidable. That's an extremely strong opening statement. Now, you are probably wondering what could ever make the police arrest an upstanding member of society like the defendant? And I have a witness to perfectly answer that question. The prosecution calls Emma Scott to the stand. Please state your name and occupation. Emma Sky, scientific detective. Will you please testify about the circumstances of the defendant's arrest? Okay, why arrest Chambers? We found the defendant unconscious in the victim's prison cell. The gun was next to Chambers when we found him. We later proved that this gun was the murder weapon. We know Erlenmeyer is not alive, even if we don't have his body. The bullet was discovered at the scene indicates that he was shot in the forehead. We also found traces of blood on the wall and the bed. Genetic testing established that it was the victim's blood. The evidence and testimony all points to Chambers, so we had to arrest him. Thank you. That testimony was very informative. Now, Mr. Justice, you may begin your cross-examination. I don't know if I should do this now or not. Let's do this now. Anyway, so we found the defendant unconscious in the victim's prison cell. Let's see what she has to say. Wasn't there someone else, Mr. Fisher, in that cell?
Objection!
Are you trying to point the blame on him? You must be desperate if you're already doing that. Well, either way, you're going to need evidence if you're going to accuse someone. Do you have evidence, Mr. Justice? No. Evidence is essential. You need to use it effectively if you wish to advance. I already know that. Well, it sure didn't seem that way. And in any case, this important piece of information that the defendant was apprehended at the scene of the crime, Miss Sky. What else did you find there? A gun was found next to Chambers when we found him. Can anyone confirm this? The entire investigation team. Oh, but what if someone planted the gun to frame Chambers?
Objection!
If you don't do your homework, you know the defendant brought the gun with the antennas. I have 2 witnesses to confirm this. Thanks for letting me bring that tidbit to light. I really don't like her. Hey, who would want to frame Chambers anyways? Well, we don't know anyone with a personal motive. In all likelihood, it would be a judge with Chambers. Guilty! What? Guilty, 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 guilty! Your Honor, I'm innocent! Innocent! Why doesn't anyone believe me? Innocent! Your Honor, it's okay. I'm not accusing you. Good. Never mind then. We got the judges. We know Chambers is innocent, and that guy obviously didn't do it. That only leaves Paul Strings. But he's a Chief Justice, meaning if it would help Chambers to frame Strings, not the opposite. Let's just focus on the testimony for now. We later proved that the gun was a murder weapon. How did you come to this conclusion scientifically? The gun was fired twice. Since the murderer missed the first shot, we compared the bullet found at the crime scene with the test shot from the gun. Scientifically speaking, it was a perfect match. They just did ballistic testing, ballistic markings, whatever, proving the gun is indeed the real murder weapon. But how do you know the victim was really shot that night? Erlenmeyer is not alive. We don't have his body. Even if we don't have his body. Ah, sorry. How do you know the killer disposed of the victim's body?
Objection!
Weren't you listening? We haven't found the corpse yet. There's no way of knowing. I don't know what the judge is there for. I was asking for Miss Sky's opinion. Objection overruled. Please give your opinion on this matter, Detective.
Objection!
Is there really any place for conjecture and opinions in the court of law? Actually, in this case, there is. I mean, if you have absolutely no idea where the body is, you have a big hole in your argument. I don't know which is more pathetic, that we were so surprised that he enforced his authority, or that he felt obligated to justify it. Well, Clooney prison isn't that big. If the body was kept there, I'm sure we would have found it by now. However, the prison is surrounded by a deep, dense forest. It would be natural to conceal a corpse there. So a corpse in the forest surrounding Clean Prison. Does that even make sense? Yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, it does seem natural to do that. We found the defendant unconscious in the victim's prison cell. Wasn't there someone else, Mr. Fisher, in that cell too?
Objection!
Are you trying to pin the blame on him? You must be desperate already. Well, either way, you're going to need evidence if you want to accuse somebody. Do you have any evidence, Mr. Justice? No. Evidence is essential if you want... Okay. Alright, apparently I went through this already. Okay, so... Let's see. We later proved the gun was the murder weapon. Okay, so let's see. We know Earl Myers is not alive, even if we don't have his body. I don't know, cause like, how can we know like where his body really is? I don't know. Let's see. Let's press this again and let's choose the other option.
Objection! Objection!
Not really. Actually, it may have been natural to hide his corpse in the forest. However, if that were the case, there would be a big contradiction. It's just what does that contradict? Wait, so... in testimony... Yeah, what's it called, a testimony? The testimony. You believe that the defendant disposed of the victim's body in the forest surrounding Clooney's prison, correct? She was clear enough. And where was the defendant found? In the victim's prison cell. Exactly. So why would the murderer return to the scene of the crime to get caught? Exclamation point. But that's not the only contradiction, Miss Sky. What? Seeing the defendant isn't exactly the strongest man around, I think it's safe to assume that if he were the murderer, he would have dragged, not carried the victim away. That would seem reasonable, but what's your point? It contradicts this piece of evidence. Yeah, the blood on the wall, like, why is it not outside what's the kind of cell? Although there's no blood inside the victim's cell, there was no blood in the hallway. How do you explain this, Miss Sky? Well, unless, scientifically speaking...
Objection!
All you proved that there was a witness assumption was wrong. There's still plenty of evidence that points to the defendant. Exactly. But besides, how do you explain the traces of blood that we found on the defendant's robe? Blood on the defendant's robe? You didn't mention that before. Please add this to your testimony. Of course, Your Honor. We found the defendant... Okay, yes. Yes. The person wearing... Yes. Discovered, indicate he was shot in the forehead. We also found traces of blood on the wall in the bed. On the defendant's robe. How we find, like, he wasn't even wearing a robe, right? Objection! Like, doesn't make sense. I'm afraid that could not have happened, Miss Guy. What are you talking about? If the defendant was actually the murderer, the blood would have gotten on his clothes he was wearing. At the time, he was wearing this uniform, not a robe. What? But he was wearing a robe when we found him. The entire investigation team can confirm this. The real murderer must have planted that blood. I must give you credit. I didn't think you would pick up on that. Huh? Oh, thanks. Of course, you're still the only little red-horned greenhorn? After all, you did just do my job. Something just told me this isn't gonna be good. From the way Chambers described her, it's never gonna be good with Poole. The traces of blood cleared up all the other contradictions. Here's what happened. Chambers first came to Clooney prison with the prison guard uniform over his robe. He shot the victim in the forehead and used the uniform to stop the blood. Although there was blood splatter, the uniform prevented any blood from spilling. While depositing the body in the nearby forest, afterward he came back to the cell to clean up the blood and wipe his fingerprints. However, he realized the enormity of what he did and passed out. What he had done and passed out. That sounds like a pretty solid argument, and there aren't any contradictions. This is what we gather from his guy's testimony. Robert Erlenmeyer is undoubtedly dead, and the defendant is the primary suspect because A. He was found at the crime scene. B. His fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And C. There was blood on his clothes. D. And we have a witness. Oh, this does sound convincing. I was about to say the same thing. Heh, I'm just getting started. Uh-oh. In addition to all this overwhelming evidence, the defendant had a crystal clear motive. Miss Guy, if you would please testify about it. What motive? Coming right up. Okay, let's just hear this and then we'll end the video off after this. Defendant would have only infiltrated a prison to kill a convict with a good reason. And what better reason than revenge? The victim had murdered his brother. Still, Erlenmeyer got off with a lighter sentence than expected, even with Chambers as a judge. Which is why, dissatisfied with the verdict, he decided to render his own. You may begin the cross-examination. Okay, guys, so next time we're gonna start this finish this cross-examination, and hopefully we can prove that the judge is innocent, and I'll see you guys next time then.